Welcome back again to another reaction to NHL logos. Please like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. The Montreal Canadiens. They started out with just a C, and then they got another C that's black letter, and it's very, very black letter. And then they went to a CAC with the maple leaf.
It's like, it has to do with like their like original French name, because they started out as the Hockey Club of Canada. It's like a French way of saying it, like Club de Hockey Canadien or something like that.
Interesting.
And it probably had to do with maybe like a name change where they went to like the Canadian Hockey Association or something, so they added like an A.
And then they went to Canada Hockey.
Yeah, which there's actually two C's in there. It actually stands for Club de Canadian Hockey, or the Hockey Club of Canada is basically what it translates to. So it's CHC.
I'm not typically a fan of sports where they just use letters.
I actually like this logo.
Do you really?
I do.
What do you like about this logo, Matt?
Maybe it's because I got just a little hint of cowboy in me. Like the elongated C, I've always felt like is really cool. Like you see that a lot in like Western stuff. It almost mimics like the shape of like a horseshoe.
He's just a little bit cowboy. It doesn't show on the outside.
Yeah, just a little. And I like how like the outline creates like this negative space of like the H in the middle. I just think like as like a brand mark, it just looks kind of cool and interesting in my opinion. I don't like how they closed up the C. I feel like it creates too much chaos on the right hand side that it kind of takes away from the middle. One thing that is a little interesting is that it has a serif on the top section of the C, but not on the bottom.
Let's see, have they won a championship recently?
They have 24 Stanley Cups.
Oh,
dang. Okay, these guys been around. They're pretty good at hockey.
They're the oldest professional ice hockey team worldwide. The Canadians also had the most championships by team of any of the major North American sports leagues until the Yankees.
Dang, most Stanley Cups. This is the goated team. All right, let's see it, guys. All right, Matt obviously gives it a
who the fuck?
But yeah, I'm sure they'll appreciate.
I have a good reason.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I feel like nowadays with hockey teams, I mean, you have teams from, what'd you say, 1910 all the way to teams who, you know, started in 2000. And I feel like a lot of times their logos, you could almost put in different categories.
Yeah.
Like some of these really old teams, you kind of have maybe your more classic like logo, like even like the Red Wings, you know, where it's like this classic vintage wheel with the wing. The Islanders, you know, where it's like a logo they've just used forever. And then you have teams like the Kraken that have like a very modern kind of look to them. And I feel like as far as like classic kind of style of logos, like this one to me just feels a lot cleaner. It feels like it makes a really good just brand mark on its own. And you know, I think it's something too that's probably become very recognizable.
And I guess for a lettered logo, it does a good job.
Are you gonna change your number?
No.
Yeah, not good enough though.
Yeah. Ranger Danger.
New York Rangers. So this is another one of those old teams like 1926. They're at their 100-year kind of season 2 coming up. And what's interesting is, so these guys have always kind of played in Madison Square Garden, but there was also at that time another team called the New York Americans that also played at the Madison Square Garden. When they the team owner, he had a nickname of Tex. And so like a lot of people would be like, oh, he's putting a team together, you know, it's Texas Rangers team. So that's where they got the name. And then he pretty much just like stole the logo from the New York Americans. It's like the same shield design. Theirs has more of like an American flag background, but you know, he still used red, white, and blue. And they've kind of, they've really been working on trying to.
That's rough.
Still learning how to fit fonts in squares.
And you know, I don't know what year they like changed all these, but you'll see like a lot of them very much the same.
But yeah.
One thing I do like, they changed the Rangers from being red to white, which I think is a little strong.
That helped, yeah.
Okay, they fixed kind of the outlines around it too. They match on the last ones. It was like a circle and a triangle. Now it's just like all triangles for the shield.
Right. Yep. And then just a little color adjustment. And this is where they're at now.
Yeah, I just feel like the space for Rangers, the top of the Rangers, is kind of awkward, and just the white. I wish they had another color that.
It's red, white, and blue.
Yeah, but I wish it would take the space.
No, I definitely see it. Those
Bottom left.
Yeah, there's a lot of space there.
It feels very unbalanced, but you could argue for points that it is balanced. But I think the biggest thing that stands out to me is how square it is, and then how like some of the features are like kind of tiny. Like in the very bottom where it kind of curves down to that point. Like almost like the original one where it was more of a shield design and kind of had more of like a sleek look, where this to me feels a little chunky.
Or keep the same angle that's at the top, keep it similar to the bottom, or vice versa. I don't know, if it's so sharp there, keep it the same sharpness on the bottom.
And it's such a subtle thing, but I feel like taking off that little stroke that goes around the whole thing would make it a lot more stronger.
Or thicken it up. Like 3 different lines inside of it that are way thicker lines.
Honestly, keeping the same weight for the font too. Just keeping everything the same weight would help this logo a lot. All right, let's see it.
I gave it a 5.
I'm giving all the low scores today.
Yeah, it just seems like there's some missed opportunity there.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. I do like the overall shape, like the shield badge, I think is super cool, and which is why I gave it like a 5. Like I really like the idea of it. Like, cause they changed the shield design up quite a bit. I wish they could just get away from maybe the diagonal Rangers. I will say though, they do have some cool jerseys where they have Rangers that's like, the letters are upright, but they're like diagonal.
Oh, hey.
Them, and that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Ottawa Senators. I don't know. I was not impressed by this logo very much. It just feels like they kind of just needed something, so they kind of just put a bunch of shapes together. Senator himself is inspired, weirdly enough, by the Blackhawks logo, the Blackhawks Native American.
He's got a huge helmet.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge helmet.
Yeah, that like horsehair thing they put on those helmets. Yeah,
Well, and that's like not even connected either, you know?
right.
Oh. And they updated.
Okay.
Updated. Yeah, this one's a little bit more of a mascot feel.
That's a handsome man.
Again, like that ring on the right side just feels unnecessary.
I wonder if it's supposed to represent the O for Ottawa.
It could be, or it's a puck. It feels like he's coming out of that, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't work though.
I know that the Romans had round shields.
Yeah, I guess it could be a shield. And then we're back to this one.
Oh, we're
Okay.
back? Yeah.
This is the modern one.
Like the stuff they have in the circle, you know, I kind of liked that better when it was in the helmet and then had the text in the circle. I felt like that gave it more of a reason to have the circle, I guess. But you could still kind of use that like cool pattern.
Yeah, what is that called? Leaflet or something like that? I don't remember.
Right. Put that stuff back in the helmet to kind of give the helmet some more texture. And then also like the hair thing that's on the back of his helmet. I feel like they could add more depth to that.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's just as a big red line, basically.
Definitely very different feelings when I see both logos, and I like the other one more.
I like the other one more too.
Yeah, the face on this one just looks so weird. Yeah. His nose, it's a Voldemort.
Not existent.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, it's...
I just feel like they could have made him more, you know? Like he's just bare lines.
More. All right, let's see, guys. Man,
3.
If I was ranking... Yeah, I give it 3.
Yeah, I get 2.
If I was ranking the other one, I'd give it a little bit higher.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes it's great seeing this because it's like, man, the potential and the ability to redesign is in their future possibly, and it would just be so cool if they did.
All right, a quick word from our sponsors. Us, if you're a big fan of the channel and want to know how to support us, please like and subscribe to our videos. About 6.5% of you guys are subscribed, and we'd love to have you guys there. We're also a graphic design and print studio, so if you guys ever need any graphic design apparel printed, let us know. We'll take care of you. Thanks, back to it.
Alrighty. Have you guys heard of the Colorado Avalanche?
Nah, bro.
Nope.
Well, they're a hockey team.
Looks like an avalanche.
Look,
Yeah.
look, there's a puck down there.
What?
But it actually looks like
It actually is a puck.
Yeah.
This team was kind of introduced in like the earlier 90s or mid 90s, kind of around that area. You know, they didn't have like one of those weird classic logos. They kind of got more of like a 90s logo right off the bat. It's kind of just a fun little fact. Before they had the team name, They were almost named the Rocky Mountain Extreme. So glad that didn't happen too, because that would have been rough. They actually had like a Colorado native design, graphic designer designed this logo. But yeah, this is like something that I actually kind of like and also don't like at the same time. It kind of gives you mixed feelings.
So far, I'm liking the logo a lot.
Yeah, I like it too.
The A kind of disappears at the on the bottom right.
I bet a big part of that is like, if that was like the full A, you might see a tiny bit of red on the left-hand side. And I bet maybe that was just a little distracting. So I wonder if maybe they got rid of that, just like, we'll just hide it completely. And that can kind of be like almost like one of those Gestalt principles too, like where your brain kind of puts that second part of the A like there for you in a way, I mean, if you look at it for too long, you could start to, okay, maybe it's a P.
And probably the only part that doesn't make total sense is the very top. There's just a random little avalanche that part of the mountain, but is it?
It looks like a beak.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like a bird beak up there.
Like, it, you know, it's supposed to be wrapping around, obviously,
Yes.
but I feel like they could have done without that. It'd still look just fine.
I think a good way to maybe solve that would be to either move it down or make the top of the A look more like a mountain.
Ah.
All right, let's see it. Give it a 6.
Get into 7.
Okay, I get 7 too.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Yeah, we're all pretty
I
close.
think we're all feeling kind of the same way about this logo.
Yeah.
I think it does a really good job. Wish there were a few little details here and there that could see if it could add to or take away. Who knows?
But yeah, super cool team name, like super cool like idea for the logo. But yeah, I disagree. There's just some like distracting elements that, you know, it could be cleaned up. And I think it would be actually be really cool for the same designer, reimagine it, you know, to like where he's at now and see what he would maybe change.
That would be
That would be pretty cool. Have you guys ever seen this icon logo before?
No, it looks like a record though.
That's interesting, a record.
I did not think about that at all.
Yeah, I didn't either. And now that you say that, it does kind of look like a record.
Yeah.
Well, this is the Philadelphia Flyers. Kind of an interesting little backstory to the Flyers is they were originally going to have like a contest for the name.
Okay.
Like they were going to put it out to the public was going to put in votes, which seems like they maybe do quite often with hockey teams. Like I know the Utah Mammoth, you know, kind of like people involved and you could vote on that kind of stuff. But the owner's sister actually recommended the name Flyers. And what I read is basically when the owner heard that, he was like, oh yeah, Philadelphia Flyers, like that's the name. And so they still went on with like the name voting, but I'm pretty sure they deliberately picked one out.
They
that
rigged
said
it.
Flyers. Yeah, I think they rigged it. And one kind of funny little like fact about that is it was like some like kind of younger kids entry that they pulled, and he spelled Flyers F-L-I-E-R-S. Which they didn't end up using that, but it's just kind of funny that they like picked a little kid's like misspelled the name, and that's the one. But this one was actually given to like a design firm. I forget the name. I couldn't really find too much information about like that design firm, but I feel like they did kind of end up with a pretty strong sort of logo.
Yeah, it's a cool brand mark. I definitely get more like record or like Beats logo.
Okay, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's funny because there's a lot of logos that are like the Beats logo.
Wow.
Yeah, the
Pretty sure this came before the Beats logo.
Well, but yeah, I do like this logo. I think it looks very cool.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You know, they've kept the same logo this whole time, but they've only ever changed the orange. After kind of seeing this one, something in my head almost clicked. It was like, oh, you know, they didn't change the orange to make the logo stronger or any different, but they changed the orange to make their branding stronger.
Oh, really?
And they've slowly dulled it down over the years. And I could see that happening with them, like, you know, creating like this cool wall graphic that's like majority of it's orange, and then thinking like, oh wow, this is like a very bright orange color, like it's almost like vibrating, to where like, you know, maybe they wanted to tone that down.
Yeah.
Just so they could implement that orange more.
Yeah, almost any other color you put with that orange would be like competing with it.
Yeah, exactly. There's kind of some areas where it's really thin. Like, I almost wonder if there would be a way to kind of either like lean more into like the really thick stroke or kind of implement more of like a thin stroke. Just where like that really thin line goes up through the P.
Yeah, meets that circle.
You do kind of have thin strokes in like the negative space of like
Yeah.
the wings, I guess. It just doesn't feel enough to kind of balance everything out.
No, I do think the stroke weights on them are actually pretty good. I like the logo a lot for how it is. We see so many logos these days that are like that.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like
Yeah,
ahead of their
and then-
time.
Oh, for sure.
Stylistically, anyways.
Yeah, stylistically. I gave it a snowman.
All right,
Same.
I give it a 9.
And right in a niner. Oh, you really like this logo.
Yeah, I think this logo's sweet.
And like, it's just one of those things that, you know is going to look cool on a jersey
Yeah.
or a hat
Well,
or a t-shirt.
and you can
like-
see it from like almost any angle, from any distance, and like you're like, that's the Philadelphia Flyers, you know?
Yeah.
St. Louis Blues, guys. All right.
You don't want to say Jazz, huh?
Yeah. Blues and Jazz, different. But these are the Blues. This is their original logo. They haven't changed much. Updated. They had
Hey.
in red.
Whoa.
And they soon got rid of it, thankfully. Yeah, and then they changed it even more to
Oh,
a different blue.
oh, and the shape's a little different.
Yeah. And I think this one hits the mark really well.
Yeah, I like
It
that.
looks really good. Comparably to the Jazz logo, I like this one more. And so that note, it's supposed to be the 64th note. But yeah, the 64th note is like a third of a second.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, yes.
The 64th note has 4 flags, and I just don't know. I wish they had 4, feathers or wings, and that you can kind of go off of the bars, but there's only 3.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could have added a line on that bottom one, but I mean, if you count all of them as like a whole, you know?
Yeah, I guess you can go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Just not count the other 2.
And what is the significance of them using a 64th?
I don't know. There's even a faster one. There's like 120.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, maybe
they
it's just that
can-
they're fast.
Yeah.
it can go up even more, which is crazy. Because like if you're using 64th notes, like obviously you're changing like pitches really fast, and I wonder if maybe that's what it just means, like a really fast paced.
Yeah. Still a great logo, and I think it makes sense why they did it the way they did it.
Yeah.
And I even like the very top part where it comes down.
Yeah, instead of it just going straight across, I think that helps a lot.
Do they have like some kind of a bird mascot? I just wonder where the wings came from.
Yeah, there's no reason for the wings, actually.
Other than that, they're cool.
Well, yeah.
What is a way that you guys like to show a logo moving?
I definitely think italicizing.
I think a
like that.
slant is a
Yeah.
great way to do it.
Sharing it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool aspect about this logo is, so the blue is supposed to represent the Mississippi River. The gold is supposed to represent the brass on instrument.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So that's really cool. Lots of cool representations. They even have really cool secondary logos that they came out with recently. This,
Way cool.
what do you call those?
Like a flourish or an embellishment is kind of what I always refer it to as.
Alrighty. What'd you guys give it?
Give it an 8.
I'm giving it an 8 as well.
I guess we all liked it.
I think this is just the perfect example of a logo that's very simple and doesn't need a lot
Yeah.
and fills space very well. And yeah, I wish you guys need to go check out the branding. It's really, really cool. Another cool thing is we're gonna be at the Southern Utah Blues Festival.
Oh yeah,
So you
coming in November.
guys got to come check us out there.
Yeah, we'll be there printing.
Printing some T-shirts there. You guys don't know this team, bro. Well, I mean, you probably know this team.
I know this team.
They don't exist anymore. This is the Arizona Coyotes. You'll notice that it kind of follows what Arizona is. Like this is
Feels very tribal.
very Arizona-y.
They kind of use that purple and orange like the Phoenix Suns as well.
The caricature was based off of a cochina doll.
Oh,
Essentially a doll that Native Americans
Had.
that's why.
Okay, I can picture that now. I love how half of his face has a hockey mask and the other doesn't.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that. That's crazy. That looks so good. Yeah.
Whoa.
Then they went to this.
Don't like that.
Yeah, not as huge fan. Just a different direction.
Like, I think the logo itself is really cool, but the other one I just like so
Yeah.
much more.
And then they went back.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, they stuck with this until they were sold to the Utah Mammoth. It's pretty cool. I love that they went back to it. I'm very sad that this team doesn't
They exist.
exist anymore.
Yeah.
But they did themselves.
Yeah, they did it to themselves. I think they had some of the coolest jerseys.
Whoa, those jerseys are crazy. So sick.
I would totally wear one of those jerseys.
Oh, I would love to get one of those jerseys.
It was intended that the whole shape looks like an A.
Okay.
So
Curious about
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
or Arizona. And then it's funny, the crescent moon is supposed to be a C. All right, let's see it, guys. I gave her a 10.
I'm giving it a 10.
I gave it 7.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I don't hate it. I like it a lot, actually. But it's very stylistic, which is very cool. Like that a lot. Feels a lot different than every other hockey team logo. But it also feels more like a t-shirt design.
If you were to take an element from this to make more of like a logo, what do you think?
Well, I think what you said about half the hockey mask, you know, like if they rolled with that and maybe just separated it a little bit, you know, added shadows and stuff, I think that would be a sweet logo.
All right, guys, that's our wrap on NHL logos. Please like and subscribe, and please comment down below what you guys thought about some of the NHL logos we reacted to. Would love to hear your reactions as well and your comments. Please comment down below as well what you guys would like us to react to next. We love hearing your guys' suggestions.